Hey, are you feeling lost in this post-pandemic world? If so, you're not alone. And there is a silver lining in all the changes that have happened in the fitness industry over the last 1 or 2 years. And if you're feeling like you're working longer and harder, but you're making the same amount of money, or you might even be making less money, again, you're not alone. A lot of shifts have happened, and there's a couple core problems that you have to be aware of. And I'm gonna also share with you in this video how you need to shift and what I'm calling the trust recession. Long story short, people don't trust you. Their trust levels have really plummeted, and it's primarily because there's been so much saturation in the marketplace with fitness coaches. People are more skeptical, they're more savvy, and they're slow to buy. And what I mean by that is they're skeptical because they've already hired a high ticket fitness coach. They've already spent a couple $1,000s and they got burned. They were promised a unicorn and they were delivered a donkey. They're also now slower to buy. Why are they slower to buy? Because they have more options. Their attention is down, right? There's so many fitness coaches for them to choose from, and people are looking to see who do they actually connect with, who do they really like, who's already served them, so they're not in a rush. Number three, they're more savvy. They understand that when you hit them up in the DM that you're gonna try and book a call with them because it's already happened to them before. It's kind of like email. Everybody was excited to receive emails and then like, oh, it's all spam. And then people were excited to get DMs, but now it's like everyone who DMs them is trying to hit them up and sell them something. To sum all this up, what we've noticed is that the buying cycle, the point that it takes for somebody to go from cold to closed, so the point of time it takes from someone to discover your content to the point where they actually sign up for your services has more than doubled. It used to be around 3 to 4 months for a high ticket coaching program. And I qualify that as about $1,000 to $2,000 and above. People are taking a lot longer to spend that type of money. And it's now closer to 6 to 12 months. People are doing a lot more research. They're going on multiple calls. They're seeing what their options are. They're consuming a lot of great content and getting results and like, hey, this guy's content is actually really good. Do I even need to hire them? So you just have to understand people are not rushing into high ticket as quickly as they used to. I'm not saying they aren't. We've got countless coaches just crushing it. People definitely are. It's because they've adopted a new model, and we call it the perpetual prospect pipeline. And what that basically means is creating a cadence of lead generation events that help increase the trust process. It's basically like if you're dating a girl, what's going to help accelerate the process of her wanting to be your partner? Is it calling them once per week or having contact with them every day, right? The more contact you have, the quicker the trust is built. So if you want to increase trust and certainty in somebody's decision to work with you, we have to have very structured events that do that. And there's a couple different types of lead generation events that we can start incorporating into our business. The first one would be a masterclass. A masterclass is a live 1-hour event where you have a specific topic and where you teach for an hour, and you give people an opportunity to ask questions, and you make an offer for people who are ready to take the next step with your coaching services. So master classes can be done weekly, they can be done once a month, but it's where people can come spend an hour with you instead of just watching a quick 30, 60-second reel. What we also know is that it takes about 7 hours of consumption before people are ready for conversion. 7 hours of consumption before conversion. So what that means is, if you figure out the math, how many reels is that? I mean, somebody let me know in the comments. That's a lot of reels versus somebody watching a 1-hour masterclass. Another thing we can do are 3-day boot camps where we invite people and we say, hey, we're doing a macros boot camp and we're going to teach you everything we know on macros over a course of 3 days. And each day is a 1-hour class, and you just go in depth. Teach protein one day, carbs the other day, fats the other day, and people come out of it like, wow, I'm educated, but now they need help with their training and accountability, and you can make them an offer to learn more about your services. A 3-day boot camp is a great idea. Another type of event is a 5-day challenge. So a 5-day challenge is where you have a theme of, hey, this is what the quick win's going to be at the end of the 5 days, and maybe it's the master your water intake. So the whole challenge is built around people finally, buying a freaking jug and actually measuring their water. And by the end of the week, they're like, hey, I'm actually measuring my water and I'm finishing my water. And at the end of the week, they're like, hey, I can do this. They've had a quick win. And I know that sounds like a really simple example. People need a 5-day challenge for that. These challenges are very carefully designed to help people take one step towards achieving their goals. So a 5-day challenge is really, really freaking cool too. And then like, well, what about my nutrition? What about my workouts? What about my accountability? And perfect segue. We can do what we call success panels, where we bring in students and we interview students and we get to hear their secrets of their transformation, and people get to meet your success stories. That can happen over a 1-hour event as well. You can have open houses, which could be a 1-hour monthly event where people can come and look behind the scenes, and you show them your Kajabi portal, you show them your trainer eyes, you show them your check-ins, you show them your Facebook community. You actually give people a sneak peek behind the scenes of what it looks like to work with you. So all of this is to basically get people to increase their trust and to have certainty that you're somebody that they can bank on. And what we've learned is that people don't make their decisions based on the value they expect, but the value they've already experienced. So you can't say, oh, I'm going to hold back on these events. You're giving, and you're serving, and you're giving tactics and templates, and you're giving done-for-you workouts and meal plans, and you're helping people without expecting anything in return, because people understand at the end of the day, they need a coach. People know that. They need a mentor. They need community. They need accountability. People know that. You don't need to sell that to them, but they just need to have trust that you're going to be able to deliver. So this is why we have to put so much on the front end. And when we do this, people are going to want to find out about your services, and we turn the tables where they now go, hey, can you tell me a bit about what you do, and like, how does it work if I want to work with you? Because you've given so much, and that's the secret. That's when you know you've done this well. So that's it. This is how we adapt right now. If you're doing the outdated model of just like outbound messaging and just CTAs, and trying to book enough calls based on your outbound messaging, people are getting burned out from that. Coaches are, and leads are too, because they're getting hit up left, right, and center by everybody. So that is not working like it used to. So you're going to have a lot more patience. You're going to have a lot more structure, a lot more planning. It's not hard, but it's going to require some intentionality around how you're going to move people from cold to close. All right. This is what we teach inside our coaching programs. We teach you how to install these rinse and repeat marketing campaigns, lead generation events, our perpetual prospect pipeline. If you're interested in learning more, just say, I'd love to learn more below, and we look forward to connecting with you. Hope this was super helpful for you. Talk to you next time.